Hi everyone, and welcome to a new Cartoonist Breakdown. My name is Sean Atkins, and today I'll probably be talking about, going to be talking about some of the things that's been going on in my life, including, you'll probably see on the screen eventually, whatever I've been drawing, like a work in progress video or something. So I haven't figured out which drawing I want to put on, but trust me, I've been drawing. So most of this message will probably be from my Patreon users. Patreon users? I don't know. I don't know what they call them. I'll call coffee addicts. How about that? Like how Beyonce has the Bay Hive. I have coffee addicts, although I'm not like Beyonce. And then probably the junk in my trunk. Anywho, you don't come to this channel or watch these videos because of Coop. I can tell you that, sir and ma'am. Anyways, things been really happening. I think I missed September with my monthly or bi-monthly or bi-weekly update videos, but yeah, things have been happening. I started school. I'm like midway through the semester. That's actually what's been keeping me. It's like my schooling has been kicking my butt. Like to a point where I'm just like, oh my god, is this a good idea or not? Talked to my own therapist and she was like, don't you feel it's a bit extreme? Because I was saying like, oh man, maybe this is not a good path to go down after all. Because I don't know. Well, I do know. It was my old job at GAI. Did I name it here? I don't know. Maybe I'll bleep it out. I'll just call it my old job. Previously had reached out to me to see if I kind of wanted. It wouldn't be officially my old job back, but officially it would be all my old job back. And I hemmed and hawed. It was like what I kind of wanted when the pandemic happened, at least like a year in. I was like, man, I just want to go back to like 2019 and just go back to my job and just do it. But then, I eventually moved on. I was like, that's not gonna happen. It's in the past now and I need to move on, and I did. To some degree. I mean, it's taken me a lot longer to get there than I would care to. But, I mean, so far I feel like this is a good path to follow artistically. Go back to school to be an art teacher. Even though I see in droves how teachers are treated in the public systems, and being part of the PTO kind of widened my eyes a little bit on some things too. But I'm still kind of determined to keep going with this. So, but I'll admit, like I was a little shook when that offer came, and I was just like, oh man, I wonder. And I actually kind of wondered even on the price tag. I was like, maybe if they offered a lot, but I didn't ask, and it didn't go any further because I replied back saying, sorry, I'm not interested. So, I mean, it would have been nice to see some of my old coworkers and friends. I do miss them on my day-to-day. I mean, I see them on Facebook, but I mean, it's kind of like when you still talk to your old friend from high school on Facebook. You don't actually see them. You see what they've been up to, and that's it. So, in one ways, I always like social media because of that like aspect. You get to see what your friends are doing or your family's doing, and then on the other hand, that kind of ruins the whole communication thing, you know? Like you want to communicate, but you already know all the stuff. Like I don't know, maybe it's something that I'm missing when it's communicating because you want to find out what your friends have been up to. And when they post every day or every other day, I mean, true, it might be memes or something. You know, I guess it all depends on the sharer. Like when I share stuff, I don't include all the stuff I probably is happening in my life, but you know, like the other day I had to take my cat to the vet. I don't think you'll see it on camera, but yeah, cats have claws apparently. Who knew? Who knew? Scratched the shit out of me, she did. So that was fun. Oh, and peed on me 3 times, which my lovely daughter definitely likes to try to remind me. She's like, she peed on you 3 times already, or during that time, right? I'm like, yeah, she did. So, artistically, I actually have been drawing a lot too. I finished up my Eastbound and Cosmic drawings. Everything's finished. I just have to get it proofread before I send it to the printers, and I think I'm actually going to try to shop it around to publishers this time. I feel like I'm finally ready for prime time. So, and if no one picks it up, who cares? I'll probably just end up printing it anyway. I got a grant for it, so I'll probably print it. I mean, I've gotten this far. When it comes to Patreon users, coffee addicts, like, my camera's right there. Yeah. Focus back on me, on this ugly ass lighting that's from the sun. I look like I'm in a horror movie. Yes. The swamp will come and get you and swallow your soul. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Anyways. So I got Eastbound and Cosmic finished. I finished up my residency. I don't know if I updated that on Patreon, but yeah, I finished up my residency. It was a little bittersweet. Like, it was very nice to do it. I met some really awesome people, and I had a very good opportunity. And I hope to have that opportunity again. I just hope. But let's see, I finished up my Eastbound and Cosmic. I was going to add a backup feature to it, including a Muslim character, but I don't know. I mean, I finished it. I got the pencils done. I was inking it, and then I was like looking at, I think I just looked at what month it was and when I wanted to have this finished, and I was like, you know what? This book is already 48 pages of story. I'm gonna probably throw in like a little bit of insight and some, you know, pencils, and that's it. You know, like that's good. That's good. I don't need to keep adding and adding and adding. Like that, to me, that would be good. That would be a nice price tag. I think I'm gonna try to sell it for like $7-8. I guess whatever the printing cost is, and then double that. And then, you know, for $10 for a good sized comic, an indie comic that's not highly like available, you know, not like Marvel and DC. Yeah, I think that would be a good price tag. So And then what else? I haven't posted it anywhere other than Twitter, but yeah, I did like. So, for those that don't know, I like to draw pinup art from time to time, cheesecake art. It's a little embarrassing for me because I feel like I consider myself a very progressive person from time to time on a lot of aspects of life, and one of them is like women's rights, and I can always kind of feel conflicted when I want to draw cheesecake art, but yet, I am more than happy to proclaim pro-choice and equal pay in the workforce and other things that women probably need, So I always kind of feel conflicted. Like here I am drawing like cheesecakey art, and then on the other half I'm doing that, but I actually get a lot of engagement from time to time with that, as well as I get engagement from women too, and they like it. I guess because I don't draw them like Rob Liefeld, or I guess I don't really. I don't know. I guess I just draw them. I draw them the way I draw them, with curves. So they have curves. I try to think as as many body types as I can. So yeah, I've been doing that. Oh, what's the thing I do? So what I do with them then, I will put them in a calendar for myself. I don't really sell these. It's just for my office where, it's just nice to have like those old school cheesecake calendars of, like a lady mowing a lawn, but she has like, I don't know, an apron on, and you're just like, that's crazy. That doesn't exist. you know. So I'll do that, and like I said, it's not really much for public consumption, like financial wise. Like I won't make calendars of this for people to have. I guess I could, but I don't know. I don't know. I guess I've kind of figured it's like I don't want to sound corporate or nothing. It's just like when it comes to branding, it's kind of like, do I want to brand myself as that girl artist that always draws like girls in scantily clad garb, or an actual cartoonist that has a wide range of things that I can do. So I don't know. Here's an example. So I figured, what the hell? I'll call it Rocket Girl. I'm not really worried about copyright or anything. Like I said, it's like for my personal thing. It's like for my office. It's usually off camera. So like right here, you're looking at the back or the other wall, where behind this phone / camera it's my computer space. It's on my computer table. So like here's June. Who else? And July. And February. So I did one for the year before, so technically this next one would be like the trilogy, if I had a trilogy of cheesecake art. So like here is March and April and June. And a side note is, actually, when Amelia was born, I was trying to keep active drawing, because I always heard that when you have a baby, that baby will consume a lot of your time. And it's true. Babies do take a lot of your time. But eventually, at first they do, but then you kind of figure out, okay, well, this is how much time I got with this and this and this, as well as you're with your partner. So you know. I mean, obviously, a lot of the nightlife went away when Amelia came around, but that's fine. And I meant like on the town. I don't mean at home. Like I remember for the longest time, we always strive to be home by 8 o'clock because we had to put Millie to bed and we wanted to keep her on that constant schedule. Um, but anyways, I would draw on the way to work. I always kind of felt like that was the only time I could really draw, and it was like I also wanted to draw anatomy to try to kind of like loosen up a bit because it's been a while at that time since I had like an anatomy class, and I had an app, so I just found like anatomy, just draw it, and it would turn into like cheesecake stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I thought like, oh, maybe I'll do a series of it. Yeah. And then when I finally figured out, I think I actually asked people on Facebook, should I turn this into like cards or should I turn this into like I think a calendar? And people said calendar, and then they said they'd buy it, and I was like, But then I eventually made it a calendar when I started working at my previous job. So there you go. I believe that's mostly it, I want to say. So, well, and other things, like I'm going to be at a pop-up market next week, and just trying to crank out some artwork. I finally finished up my Arsenal bowling drawing, like Pittsburgh Yinzer Magic or whatever I'm calling it, where I take like places around Pittsburgh and then I just add like my flair to it. So I finally finished that for the Lawrenceville one because I wanted to do that, and I've been drawing it I started drawing it in June and just kind of kept losing interest. I'd draw it and I'm just like, this is cringe. So kept going, and then I think the one day I was like, I don't really feel like working on this comic page. Let's work on this, see what happens. So I worked on it and then I finished it. Finished it really quickly, actually, once I finally got started. So, alright, gang. Hopefully that helps. I don't know why I'm making hand gestures. Y'all can't see it because there's going to be artwork, and we'll be ending on artwork. Yes. Anyways, thanks for sticking with me. For those that are on Patreon first to see this, thank you. Thank you for your support. And that's it, my friends. Stay cool. If this is done before Halloween, y'all have a good Halloween. If not, hopefully you had a great Halloween, and hopefully you have a good Thanksgiving. So, until then, y'all stay classy. Bye.